Like you said, all names from that Clash tournament alluded to there on the desk. And so almost 20 days on from securing a place in playoffs, Team Vitality can finally press play on their Stage 2 campaign again. It starts with Chronicle taking some early contact here in A main. He's peeled off to the site, and well, he's the only player here for now.
Yeah, Causey starting to encroach, not going to happen. Even trade, but a big loss in Causey's skill gone.
Mid left open, Vitality unaware of this right now in terms of positioning. Full retake coming in from the cave side, and that's where you see Enterprise start to stretch their legs into the courtyard now.
Yeah, flash on Yampi to try and break the mold of this post plan, but as for Enterprise, playing all on site. Difficult one to try and break down, but you're hoping that utility will hit, and the molly looks good to break apart a crossfire. Well, Vitality swing in and win out Yampi. Unbelievable, but Deca finishing it off, and Vitality will get the pistol round.
Solid retake there from Vitality, getting off to a winning start here on Summit. And when you look at the EMEA team so far, the main struggle point has been this defender's side. So just shaking off a bit of the rust. Coming out of that 20-day break that I was talking about, you want to see what they've worked on, and it's already starting to look good.
I think that's the big thing, touched on by the desk, the fact that this was originally Vitality's Permaban Summit, and obviously Abyss coming in as well.
Come on!
Those 2 weeks, I mean, we have to see it. We have to see the impact that that break has taken.
And on the other side, it's the form that Enterprise are looking to try and carry straight into this next one. A very pacey play into the second round here. But Vitality moving forward in numbers, a wall of players, they just trickle into Profek as he produces 3 on the spot. Yampi adding the final details, and Vitality doubling up for rounds.
Yeah, Enterprise just trying to continuously hit that A site, try and create a little bit of conditioning, and make Vitality think later into the rounds. But as for now, you can see that pace really there. Eco frags for Profek, lovely stuff.
Down A.
That's it, great time.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yep. That's worrying.
Don't worry about it.
Following the plan nicely so far. As we head into a bonus round, strengthened on the Vitality side by a few rifles here. Yampi again, intention to fight early space here. It's blocked off by Profek, as you can see. Once more, Enterprise just trying to full send it into this A site. Patty plucks off one with the molly, and Lime in this advanced position catches the site anchor.
Yeah, Lime being advanced more so, and you can see now starting to drop back as it is a 2 versus 4. Chronicle outlaw, not really one player within touching distance of a one-shot kill. So going to be difficult to get back in if you're Vitality.
Portal closed.
And that's where we then start to frame this round a little different. Playing for those exits. And looking at how Enterprise have already come into this map so far, it's been 3 direct A hits. The conditioning firmly set into what will be the first full gun round for both in the follow-up. And as I was saying, you know, is that how you're looking to try and generate this momentum, keep that run from play-ins? You spoke to it before. Vitality have that proven playoffs quality. Top 4 in the last Masters. So, one back in the conversation here as Chronicle's looking for anything more. He's not going to get it.
Yeah, I feel as if that's what Vitality are. Proven quality in playoffs, as touched on as well. The fact that Vitality Stage 1 was basically a disaster until they hit playoff form. And that's just what they can do to you. The fact that you have that quality. Sayonara playing around the edges of that molly needs to be careful of that in the future.
Yo, Sayonara, you are burning to the molly. Hello, wake up!
And so, not intimidated at all by the attendance of an audience here. Patatek back to his old ways already. As we head into this first full gun round. Enterprise have deviated from their standard. Looks to be a B play queued up this time. And it's Sayonara, again, the one under threat. He's played this with caution though, and already having Chronicle out on the midline gives a bit of information, and the rotation has begun.
I mean, it looks for now, Enterprise happy to give up this space, head elsewhere towards mid, where Vitality have plenty of bodies there. In fact, it's just been left to Kron to hold.
Door broken, so slightly easier rotation now for Vitality as we get to the latter stages of the round. The minute mark crossed, and still Enterprise not really showing their hands so far. Mid re-clear coming through with the drone, but it's instantly shot out, and Durka just letting him know.
He needs to be careful though, because he has no TP away. And this looks very quickly to be pressure created elsewhere on the map, but the full hit is going to be towards B. That's the lurker gone, so now you should know all 4 towards that B side.
Magnum dropped attached as he so often
30
does.
seconds left.
No outlet for Enterprise to go through this time around. It's a full site surge, and they're into Chronicle's neck of the woods. Durka trying to play for something. Only shaves off 1 in the end. 3 versus 4, back to the wall, but Enterprise with some relief to plant.
Yeah, but look at how much damage has already been done.
And Sayonara will finish what was started. Alluri already removed. Lime still clapping back, and his influence in these last couple rounds has been pivotal. Got Enterprise on the board. Can he haul them through here? Patatech another on the fadeaway. Both Enterprise players bunkered down in main, and Lime has managed to bag another. It's Chronicle versus 2. And they'll be making their reprisal from the same right-hand side into the crosshair, straight onto this half stick. Needs it under his brow. If this wants to work, it's a full stick. In fact, no face from Patatech. A little naive in the end there, as it's a Red Bull clutch.
Against Kron, he makes no mistakes.
I mean, surely you still give it the face check after first 5 seconds?
On top of that, we have to talk about Enterprise on what was every player on below 50 HP and still hitting shots. Lime looking unbelievable as he's grown into this VCT stage. Frustrated from the coaches.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rare Yoru from him this stage, an agent which he was consistently playing in the run-up to the nerfs. And TP already committed to in this early mid-fight. Chronicle has to keep his wits about him.
Oh, nice kill from Kron, but Durka gets costed in the meantime. And you look at this, Causey, sorry, not Causey, it's Lime starting to investigate towards the back ends of Vitality's holds. Sayonara does only have a stinger, and he doesn't want to give anything away. Enterprise in a very good position right now.
Sayonara just reconfirming that mid-control as Vitality split up 2 and 2, looking towards either end of the map.
Yeah, you can see Vitality already beginning to drop off, especially with Profec's position right now. And Enterprise given a runway towards the A site as Profec tries to steal one away, but can't quite do it.
Numbers moving over here, though. Vitality ready to defend this A site through Yumpy.
Yeah, he has the run it back, but instead steps forward and gets precious real estate for Vitality. Profec playing off his captain, who's been that for 2 years now, on what was BBL, and Yampy gonna grab Lime in the meantime as that drone gains nothing. Magnum now gone, and Yampy heating up into this. It's Causey, the Phenom, that has to try and clutch up. Well, manages to get rid of the Phoenix, but now every other body heading in his direction. Knows that one will be coming from an opposite direction, and Kron accidentally activates his ultimate, but does get the round.
Bit of a fat finger there, but Vitality won't mind. It's a crucial round to win at this stage in the half, pushing Enterprise back as they had reinvested into the follow-up. And in terms of gaining access to the site so far, they've had middling success, but Chronicle back on this operator, of which his usage has skyrocketed since joining Vitality. Such an important piece. Yumpy as well, of course, moving over to Duelist.
Where's my ulti? Fuck!
But the kind of mistake which you don't pay too heavily for.
Multiple Champions Grand Finals.
Still searching for that chip, though, of course. So Vitality 2 wins away from Barcelona and Champs qualification with it. Be hoping that this is the perfect start. 3-round lead as it stands, and Enterprise, they've only got pistols to bring to this one.
Yeah, Enterprise continuing to contact through middle.
This is something which they did a lot in the Gentlemates game as well. It's playing behind those Brim smokes, as you can see Chronicle giving this some respect with the TP active.
There they are. Here.
Kron still wants the engagement and will get it. Not much of a contest, but that second shot awry and TP's away. But double stack here to try and get rid of, and Vitality doing
mid.
so well. Spike now known about, and they can start to set up their defense accordingly.
It's from this position where you don't expect too much more from Enterprise, but they could very quickly funnel back through this tight corridor into Chronicle. He is smoked off, and so further gains made. It's only Sayonara here now on B.
Kill him, rifle on lane, but Kron's here as well as he starts to get into towards his position, but caught out by Magnum. Now Sayonara under pressure, but that's where he starts to thrive. We've known this. We've seen it time and time again as he sees the side before he gets taken out. So what was an advantage for Vitality has gone away. Ultimate to create a little bit of delay. Prophet forced away, and TP to me.
Very quickly finds himself in this position. Cam to check him though. I think Magnum has the right idea about this.
Should do it. It's about Yampi's reprisal as well that you need to keep note of, as at the same time Patitek is now watching for the drop towards heaven. Still though, Prophet catching Magnum out, and now it's all up against Patitek. A player which Yampi and Prophet failed to beat last year in VCT. And Patitek just waits time out. Plays it on his own. Goes for it with the Sheriff, but can't win out. So finally, Prophet and Yampi convert, and it is up to 5.
Yeah, Patitek was looking to play the long game there, but didn't want to make the same mistake as last time in the clutch. Eventually out of his burrow. And I think at this stage, it gives us an opportunity to talk about this map veto as well, as that was a very close round on the eco for Enterprise to convert.
Yeah.
You're looking at it, Summit coming in immediately, as you mentioned, as the desk discussed. It's not one which we've seen Vitality played, so immediately you're expecting them to bring something big out here.
I think as well, if Vitality win this one convincingly, then the rest of the teams don't want to try and tempt fate.
Yeah.
It's a big win for Vitality in the mental game later in this playoffs. But as for now, it's Kron once again through mid.
Once more hunting through the lens, and we'll pick off Kozzy with no trouble. Lime trying to follow it up. His efforts fall in vain. Just like that, crack of the whip, and it's a 3 versus 5. Another situation where Enterprise have their back to the wall, and some nice micro as well from Yampi, just bringing the drone offline with the wall. I think it had already tagged him, to be fair, but applying some of that theory here early, as you can see.
And Enterprise struggling against what is one of our top 4. Different opponent, not a team that has necessarily struggled as much in recent times. Sure, there's been wobbles here and there, but for the most part, always seem to stabilize when it matters most. Got to think, 2 games off of qualification and kickoff as well.
Yeah.
It's not as if they've had a bad year.
And it's just that jump up in quality that you're going to see in the playoff stage here as well, which they have to try and contend with. Magnum still looking to open this round back up for Enterprise as they currently trail.
30 seconds left.
No tools to deal with this operator, still lurking on the back of their mind as Magnum gets the timing wrong there. Yampi swinging out to find him. Too many angles to consider right now.
Down A.
Patty finally chips in. And oh, it feels like too little too late. Ult used in the previous round. There would be a molly here for him, but yeah, the spike's on another planet, so you can't get excited for this anytime soon.
No, definitely not. Patitek with one more.
Okay.
How many more orbs is he going to be gifted? Because he's 3 off of his ultimate. Kron up next.
I don't think... Oh, he does peek it.
Well,
finds the kill.
Well, the thing is, though, Patitek still gets an extra orb for his death, so he's 2 away into the next one. But up to 6 Vitality, and this is much different from what we've expected from VCT EMEA's summits. Most of it has been attack-sided.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of it, the world is defender-sided.
Enemy remain.
It also brings up, you know, an interesting talking point about the clash of styles that we get from both of these in-game leaders, something which I'm sure we'll build on later on. As right now, the ball is very much in Yampi's court. Alluri prying away with this Hunter's Fury, and Kozzy just can't get kick-started in these rounds.
No, Yampi once again defending, and Prophet helping out this duo. Once again combining, unbelievable stuff! It's Vitality getting end zone flawless for an advantage in the second half.
Yampi breaking his absence from global play, of course, in the last stage with attendance in London, and doesn't look like he wants to let up on that one anytime soon. This was just as convincing as you can ask, really.
Enemy remaining.
Disconnect between the duelists on the Enterprise side. They've been struggling to work that space so far. Some great counter utility mixed in there as well. So back to pistols, hero rifle here for Kozzy, and if anyone could, it would be him.
Cage.
I mean, that's who you depend upon on the line. Derka, TP about to go, but he doesn't want to vacate and leave Sayonara all alone. The Sayonara tries to exit. Kozzy is the one to open the proceedings here. Derka now having to dimensional drift to get out of this one. And luckily enough,
Spike planted.
we'll run it back as well from Yampi, but he gets stopped in tracks. Derka out of nowhere, and a quick double kill, make it 3, of course! Oh, and unfortunately, Yampi's what will deny the ace, but Vitality looking unbelievable in playoffs.
I mean, it's the coordination there on the retake.
Good try.
When you see it, it looks like Yampi was the one blinded, but the paranoia was played in for Derka. Confirming kills on the blind players from default. And yeah, as you say, I mean, they're really starting to heat up now. Timeout to follow. And
Planted.
from the Enterprise perspective, yeah, you want to see a step up in their own duelist department. I mentioned it a couple times already. Kozzy, the youngest player to ever make it to this playoff stage.
Okay, not looking bad.
It was in that first map of the had been a little labored so far.
Yeah, I mean, 3-9 is tough. I mean, Lime's the one who's impressed me the most because he had a pretty rough play-ins. As for now, though, as the barriers drop, Vitality have a massive stack towards A.
Timeout behind them. Have Enterprise made those improvements? It's back to this A presence, which they so often showed at the start of the game. Just some main control, though. Not looking to scale any further. Keeping this map material pocketed for the time being. Has allowed for Chronicle to just drift into this B main space, though.
And that's allowing for the stack towards the A side, but very much looking like an A split for the time being. And you can see Vitality having thoughts about taking this main space away. Good paranoia to set up Yampi, but Lime now has to try and protect this space.
And you're also looking at the tools which Enterprise are using to consistently fight back for this. Going against the grain as now the split looks to be set up. Fame for perhaps as the spike is backing up through middle.
Yeah, towards that B site where Kron is the one that holds on.
This is an open avenue, so it's a question of how far can Alluri possibly encroach on Chronicle.
Oh, duel in towards main. Kron against Lime. Both players
30 seconds
using
left.
the operator. Lime not using it on the attack side just yet, but Lime knows the position that he needs to play, knows the line that he needs to toe. Kozzy, though, tempts fate. And now Kron in towards sight. Still manages to get kills! Completely surprising Enterprise. And with time now so low, Kron just needs
10
to protect the
seconds
spike. Needs to make sure he doesn't get caught.
One
His time
enemy
getting
remaining.
low, and Yampi now winning the round himself. Vitality up to 9, Chronicle with 3, and this is just unbelievable mechanics.
Just when you think that Enterprise had stopped the rot with a timeout there, it was simply to let the air out of the room instead. Not the first time that we've seen a double entry on these rounds from the defense, really. When it rains, it pours. It's been struggle city for Enterprise so far.
Start padding, stop stat padding, stop baiting, please, I swear to God, bro.
And so it gets to the point where you wonder, are we just looking towards the next? But for now, we get to listen in to diagnose the problem. It's Enterprise in the comms.
Let's go, let's go. I'm popping smokes.
Go, go.
Wait, backside.
Guys, we have no flank, kurwa.
Yeah, he's backside still.
I push him.
Yeah. Revealing backside.
No backside anymore.
Let's see.
Heaven. It's heaven.
3v3 boys. Taking job.
They can plant.
Yeah, I'm planting open. You can play
Holding
nothing.
B main flank. I'm playing around my ult, guys, okay?
Yeah. Backside. Right.
Portal closed.
David has
Link.
I'm just holding.
no one main,
Dead.
no one
One
main.
enemy
I'm just
remaining.
holding. Guys, wait. Profit.
Mollied.
Ah,
Stefan Prodigy! Let's fucking go, Stefan!
I get to shoot my...
And well, has this might have been Enterprise's pick, but Vitality making it look like theirs. Double digits in the first half, and it could get worse.
You almost expect it to at this point in time, to be honest, Cairo. One round left to play. And while Vitality won't be with the opportunity of taking what will be their third 13-0 this year, they are looking almost flawless across the board here. And when we speak so much about momentum carried from play-ins, Enterprise coming into a map which they've played only once so far, it feels difficult to keep building on that. Chronicle here with the tour de force, present in A main to open.
Feels like it's the wind out the Challenger's sails. When everybody was getting excited, it's the titans of our region that start to really show what they're made of.
Who's next?
Chronicle, the one to take contact with the tour de force, and well, under pressure, good utility, good ultimates as well. Cozzy's entry looking excellent. Enterprise taking Vitality off guard.
5 versus 3 for Enterprise in this final round of the half. Something to keep them in it, and they are very demanding with this cave space.
Yeah, they are trying to force Vitality to use utility to clear them out deep, but now they drop back into a much more secure post plan. One that Vitality should have no chance in as Cozzy denies it. Yampy 1v5, and he won't even get started. An end zone flawless for Enterprise's second round.
Yeah, things coming good for them at the very end. You can see Cozzy playing with confidence in how he takes some of those jewels, but it simply has to track and translate into that second half. It's been the Legends dominating so far, and we get to hear from one now. A chance to gaze upon some reflections from Chronicle on his journey through Stage 2 so far.
Never believed in super teams.
Against Enterprise, and after the Challengers team having a fantastic run in play-ins, it's not been the best of starts for them so far.
Yeah, make sure you scan that QR code if you want to see us in Barcelona, if you want to see Vitality in Barcelona, as it seems as if they're marching on towards that. 10-2 half to get things kicked off. Enterprise's defense, though, should be pretty decent overall, and Dirk are going to look to try and dismantle it already. There's no way that things are going to start like this. Confidence completely fleeting at Enterprise at this moment in time, but maybe not Magnum.
Finds a way to stabilize it. Chronicle still with the Headhunter active, and Magnum seems like he wants a repeat.
Oh, well, so does all of Enterprise,
Okay.
But unfortunately Vitality there to shrug it off and find themselves up to 11.
Yeah, you can see what Enterprise were trying to do. Re-clear of the mid space after Magnum finds those kills. See if Vitality had scurried off towards one of the sites, but so disciplined in their approach. I was speaking about this stylistic duel that we're to expect between the two. Maybe we don't get much of a look in here from the IGL perspective, as there's not many rounds left to play for in the half if you're Enterprise.
Yeah.
But they're such a proactive team.
What was that?
And you're already starting to see some of that awareness on the opposite side.
Frustrations once again. As you'd imagine, an 11-2 half.
So again, you're almost just seeing, can Enterprise find any way to give themselves some confidence here to follow this one up? That's not a bad start from Cozzy.
Cozzy does show up time and time again in these little moments, but as they rotate away thinking this was the lurker, Vitality have numbers in place. Dirk are now starting to pull the attention of the Enterprise defense. And well, goes back to the pack.
Time to jump.
Talisman just seeing how much he can stifle that A defense, but rotation called. And already Vitality into the site. Flash is traded, and Line's going to win out at close range with the hand cannon. Prophet Durka combining, it's a collat from his own 6-shooter. And numbers restored on the Vitality side. Illurio that remains. This is too tough a task for a Ghost in his hands. And map point secured almost as early as possible for the Bees.
Yeah, I mean, Enterprise now 10 rounds in a row to try and get things back on side, and Vitality could realistically come back in with a full buy in the next one if they wanted to.
I mean,
Yeah, it's frustrating.
not going to be able to iron that one out.
No.
Clinical shooting from Durka as he's on his own push back to a Champs event. Over a year now since he last attended. Vitality as an org, 2 years. Looking to come back up at just the right time. Enterprise forcing everything they have into this one, and already looking to play on the front foot in A main.
Yeah, Prophet respecting the push And in fact, all of Vitality too as well, now starting to be forced in towards the B side. Derka, though, finding Lime creates a question mark that Enterprise don't really have an answer to, as they now have to go back in towards their CT to clear. Profek now contacting in towards that push from A, and that's going to cost them Causey as well,
Down mid.
as it seems to be a fight on all fronts.
I mean, what is there to be said of Derka from this position? That flank looked to be everything. And it seems as if he's going to greenlight an A plant here at the very least for Yumpy. He's arriving with the spike. It's Chronicle left behind, but cleared and cut out from middle.
Mistakes left and right here as Vitality were in such a strong position, but struggle to convert from this.
I mean, Yumpy's just got to be playing for a rolling retreat. Find one, drop back. The only problem is he's the one with the spike, so precious time being lost for every moment. He sticks around.
Same time though, Derka has been on it from the get-go. Worried about a cam. Hear it.
enemy remaining.
And unfortunately, he's going to end up getting caught from that. So it's now up to Yumpy, who has shown us time and time again he's good at defending this A site on the other side, but will not be able to defend it in post. So Enterprise will get the third round.
And like I say, nose to the grindstone. As many rounds as you can possibly pump out here from Enterprise has to be the name of the game. Just take it one at a time and see how far that can take you when we get towards Abyss, of course.
Yeah, it's only bonus rounds that Enterprise have really won, except from that last round of the first half, which is damning.
Nice, 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 nice. Ooh.
Is that the seagulls from Nemo?
I don't know.
Nice.
Starting to get to Patatech just a little bit, trying to keep his head in it. You can see Vitality still offering resistance in terms of their own purchase here. Chronicle orbiting mid, where both duelists on Enterprise are trying to work the map a little bit.
Here.
Early information from Lime collected.
Careful here.
Derka the same.
Yeah, noting about all the places the Enterprise could bust out from, but Vitality don't have the answers. The ball went in one by one. Profik caught out, and well, in the end, it's basically an end-zone flawless from Enterprise, excluding one death.
If you're on the other side right now, especially in the coach slot for Vitality, you're just hoping that you don't have to use a timeout here, really, more than anything else. And that the answers do ring true in the server. Of course, we don't get to listen to the comms right now, but
One enemy remaining.
struggling to find that solution.
Your biggest mistake was that you pissed me off.
For a lot of these rounds, though, it feels like those openings have fallen into Vitality's lap. So pushed back to pistols now. Not all too much from which to work.
Just noting the sheriffs there as Alluri is pulling Patatech across. But it's this hold in B main that will allow them to lean heavier towards that A side for Enterprise.
See Alluri calling the rest of the troops over. He understands the task at hand now. While Vitality is still kept at arm's length, it gives us time to tee up the conversation. At this point, are they now favourites for the stage? Of course, Heretics, the previous champs, eliminated, a top 2 team, top 4 at Masters.
I think we can only have favourites conversations after we get that next round, because you've got KC, BBL, I mean, foot in their own right.
It's all of these teams which are household names when it comes to a playoff stage, I suppose. So that's the biggest thing.
Maybe excluding KC.
Very true. A couple years ago, perhaps, but just a one kickoff run, I suppose. As you say, we're looking for a step up in front of an audience which has long demanded it. Vitality scaling into the B side. They managed to get past the first line of defense. Kron and Profek finding something for themselves.
1v2.
A gun recollected and a chance to pick up the spike with his ult.
Yeah, this is looking somewhat decent. I mean, Profik has a TP, so he could put himself in an awkward spot. And Alluri's here early. He should wait for Patatech, or this could be an awkward one.
So back to that argument of if you want to be the best in the region, can you make it convincing? It's Profek to try and close it all here and now. He might just have heard his former teammate Patatech making his way through from Link, but Alluri had the time to take the line, and with that, he will keep Enterprise alive.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of connections, threads that tie players on either side through history. Of course, as you said, Patitech and Profec on a tier 2 team. Diamond all the way back when. And of course,
30 seconds left.
you've got the Fnatic line as well. Nice from Causey. Profec unlucky not to clutch up there in the end. But Vitality have these individuals, and they will pop up time and time again when they need to.
Not to mention the BBL core, of course, from last year. There is plenty of shared fabric in the to go many a round down and find a way to keep themselves in it. They are the best from that tier of play for a reason. And on a 6-map win streak right now since losing the opener of Plains. Well, it is an opportunity to keep this alive. 7 rounds for Vitality to close. And with the ops out, some early mid-space taken. No reaction from the defense as of right now.
Vitality given so much mid-space and so many avenues in which to channel that. Is Derka the only one caught by the ill drone, which is issues for Enterprise that can grow.
I mean, this next ult cycle is absolutely everything, and Ozzy holding on to the angle here. It was a jump peak for Chronicle to try and play off the back of. Nice synergy between the two long-time teammates in middle, and you can see the reclear now starting to come in, but flash timing gets Chronicle pushed up. Was he not expecting this and just walks straight into trouble?
No.
There's your opening kill.
But Lime now starting to walk B main as well, and that's up against Yampi.
Big 1 versus 1. The next of the operators looking to have its impact. Yampi just shouldering this for the time being, and Lime has to keep this space. It's mandatory for their chances. He'll take the ult offline, but Profec's now arrived as well, and that's the point where he has to give up the ghost. Patitech still trying to hold this one down, and through the volley he did until they all just combine. The stars align for Chronicle, and that puts Vitality at a man advantage.
Yeah, and now the last two coming back in. Magnum at least has his ultimate for information, but it's what you do with that information that counts.
Retake both coming in from the same position, but Alluri a step ahead of the curve here. Double stack of players playing from main, and so Enterprise looking to match it for firepower. Brute force their way back in, up against it, but still in this one for now.
I mean, Vitality had all that they needed to close that one out. A mistake in the double stack, double swing is what dismantles it. Creates issues, and Enterprise starting to show what's good on the retakes, but I mean, overall, Vitality should have been able to close that one out.
I mean, it's just Chronicle searching for a line there who gets caught in transition, and brilliant call as Alluri identifies it.
No way.
Nice!
But they go for the double swing. And now the main thing to be thinking about is those ults again, right? Is this what gets Enterprise right back in the driver's seat?
Yeah, if they space them well enough, but it's only overtime that realistically they're going to reach.
Yampi already used his in the previous round, but that next run it back doesn't feel all too far away.
Yeah, and now Kron using that tour de force to have a bit of bite to this eco.
Again, just countering the progression that you expect on the Enterprise side. Durka in for the clear, but there is Chronicle. Big catch, Causey caught.
Oh,
Down to a 4-on-4. Good util here as well, but Patitech's just about going to hang in there.
Profec interested in A main where there could be a progression. Lovely entry from Yampi, and now, he's into the backline.
Yeah, I mean, it's a brilliant util combo to set him up. Reveal and the flash, and with Profec looking to hold things down on the other end of play. This A crunch coming in from both sides. It's left the spike of Sayonara behind, and Yampi gets caught on his walkthrough. The back calls. Chronicle will do his best to try and follow this one up. But a hard time expected with Magnum holding on from the corner, and now Lime to bring that information in time. Missed shot, Phantom picked up, plenty more damage the opposite way. Sayonara still trying to play chase. Lime out the ice, missed the shots. It's down to a backside brawl, and Vitality come out swinging. And a Moda Thrifty to land a 13-6, and they draw first blood in this playoffs.
Enterprise have had to fight and brawl their way here, and they'll have to do it once again to get back into this series.
Only 4 defeats this year for them in challenges. A 5th if you include Clash, of course, which both of these teams won. But now You're with the big dogs, and Vitality already showing they've got plenty of bite. Chronicle the only player on A, so forced to concede this one early. Harbor Wall coming in on both sides. The High Tide showing intent of a flood back through.
Yeah, Chronicle trying to play in front of the Blaze wall that Lime had put up, but in the same time, that plant delayed, trying to play forward. We saw this before from Enterprise to try and bleed the utility that Vitality have, but instead they're going to bleed themselves onto the canvas as Vitality take head after head. Patitech tries, Alluri as well, but it's Vitality to end the round winners.
Yeah, I mean, in that situation, you see Enterprise get pushed into such an uncomfortable position on site. They had the plant in the back. They were looking to push into security. It's that first kill from Profek, which puts them, you know, even a step further back in that situation. High Tide here more than anything just to contain, flood back in. And that's exactly what we end up getting beyond the cove.
Last player standing. One
Vitality looking solid in their retakes.
Looking solid in pistol rounds. 3 for 3.
And I mean, this is a very early kick in the teeth for Enterprise. Coming in, we were talking about how imperative it is that they respond on this map.
Yeah.
Durka back on this way late. V5.
Ooh, nice Guardian shots. And,
Oh, yeah, I mean, these are some really nice kills for Enterprise. They'll be happy to collect those weapons back, and they only trail by 1 for now.
Causey
Spike
with the
planted.
Guardian back in hand. I mean, that Bulldog not able to be given across to Alluri. So, C drops back to main. What does he have for us? I mean, 3 bodies for Vitality coming out of CT.
Smoked off from this position, though. Finally, it does fade,
Oh
and
my
Causey
God.
again on this Guardian. It was those half-buys where he looked to strike and steal the thunder from Vitality, and he's doing it again. Lightning in a bottle for Causey. Trying to get them back on equal terms. Only 2 rounds into this one. Sayonara can't do anything. Prodigy as he might be. There's a new kid on the block, and it's an Emoda Thrifty.
I mean, we've been waiting to see what Causey can give us in this series. We've only had spells, not consistency. Need to see more from him as the rounds progress, but lovely start. Durka maybe a little bit too eager in his duels, and then from there, there's just a swing out from heaven. A Bulldog given away, and Causey just dissects.
Boom! Boom! Boom!
3 big booms.
Yeah, 3 big booms from Shadow. His seal of approval. So Vitality now the ones put onto pistols here. Something we have to be thinking about is Yumpy, of course, on the Yoru. He can receive the call to action very quickly with this TP.
Yeah.
Places it over towards B, but part of an A stack, which Enterprise have to be cautious about.
Enterprise pretty good at mitigating these circumstances. Very rarely are they thrifted.
There have been a couple times where they make that blind commitment, and this round looks like one of them, of course. Okay, no, Vitality off the map.
Oh, I thought for a minute Durka was going to try something cheeky. Causey's the one to get the kill.
like-
It is technically an in-zone flawless,
Okay, sure.
but yeah.
I'm sure the in-zone representative's absolutely loving that one, because he's thinking to himself, you ain't getting away with that.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, the worst part about it is that stack of 4 players is set up so right.
You're coming home with me.
It's gone straight in my basket.
And so, foolishness aside, we find ourselves now in the first full gun round between the teams. It's taken 4 for us to get here. Alluri is on a Guardian, but he has the Hunter's Fury, and already you can see the split set up through middle. Vitality feeling that presence as the smoke plumes. It's both controllers, in fact, trying to work this area of the map right now.
Yeah, I mean, Patitech basically gets deposited on towards Books, and Enterprise starting to, or what I thought was going to be, starting to execute their way onto the A side, but it's just posturing, and now Patitech activating. How far can he realistically get here? That's a big denial of information, but Profek so up to the challenge.
See Enterprise playing for that insert top mid, see if they can cut rotations as they're now making the B play. It's Durka walking out.
This is lovely. Trying to test, and well, even gets a kill for it.
I mean, perfect use of the refract there as well, getting out of dodge.
And Magnum now takes up vacated space.
Yeah, I mean, the question was, are Vitality going to play the numbers game? It looks like instead they just want to bunker on B. Durka arriving late, of course, and Magnum still in middle.
Yampi
Portal closed.
has TP gone, and well, he stands the test and does so well.
Spike down. B.
Magnum's luck should be known about. They know what type of player
30
he
seconds
is.
left.
And as he's identified, Yampi will protect the spike. So with time ticking away, what can Magnum really give us? The answer is not a whole lot. I mean, the round is just gone.
Not with the spike that far out of reach. Looks as if he might still give this one a go yet.
10 seconds
Yeah,
left.
But no, the reload is there, and it's a full cancel. I mean, this round for me, just interesting to see Yampi back on this Yoru more than anything else. Of course, the last time that this would have been played, those 180 or so days ago, as you said, was in kickoff, and that's when Vitality were without Sayonara, so it was Yampi in this double duel list, and it still feels like a place of comfort for him, although it's been a long time since he was on the roll.
Yeah, I think like that's the big aspect of this is, I guess there's similarities between these two teams. Not just the fact that both have Finnish IGLs, but the fact that there's big vocal pieces in the team. Derka, Kron, Sayonara on Vitality. Enterprise, you've got Magnum, you've got Patitech leading those comms. And it's not necessarily all up to the IGL. Same time, we'll get to listen into the Enterprise IGL as we listen into the comms.
Put the fuck behind the box.
Okay. I'm gonna drop from window, guys. Peek already with the drone.
Check the behind the box here.
Yeah, I will check. Ready? Droning
Yes,
now.
yes, yes.
Start picking.
Take
Happy
flight.
with it.
Droning left side.
I put the wall.
Droning main. Nice. Yes. I'm molly backside. I'm gonna flash for you.
Ready, retake to put a flash here to smoke.
Yeah.
I'm
Let's take smoke heaven. Fight yard after. I'm gonna.
I can smoke heaven.
Yeah, do it. I will stairs.
Smoking city.
We fight and bounce backside.
I'm gonna smoke quad. One player. Okay. I like it. I'm gonna go flank anyway.
I have slow still.
Yeah, I have a recon. I'm picking close.
Try to send the noise now, boys.
Don't see
2 default, guys. 2 default. Aster's holding me full. You need to go save, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, safe.
Enterprise now retaking the lead on this attack side with a successful B post plant. Vitality finding nothing on the way back in there. And as you can see, pretty well executed from the attack side in the comms.
Yeah, it is, and you'll see that time and time again, especially when you have such a capable duelist of Causey being able to make that entry. It's about the rest to try and fill that space.
And I think something interesting as well is obviously we didn't mention Causey when we were having that discussion about vocal players, but that is something which the coaching staff has consistently mentioned, that for such a young player, only 16 years of age, he's constantly there with the plan creation, gets caught this time, of course. But that's what you really require, I think. All the best teams having some leadership in that capacity. And well, in terms of the duelists this time around, it's Vitality looking to set the tone with some A main pressure.
Yeah, I mean, you want a duelist who can demand utility like Derka is here, but doesn't get anything for it. And immediately showing the door is now Enterprise start to posture towards A.
Vitality have to fight a battle on multiple fronts. You can see Magnum once again finding some real estate in middle.
Yeah, forcing Sayonara back.
In through the vent. Already making noise in this endeavor. So Sayonara left behind to just keep an eye on this one.
A little worried. At the same time, Chronicle's starting to investigate mid himself.
Yeah, and I mean, look, this just leaves Sayonara more than anything with just too many angles to consider. So he actually drops deeper towards Link.
And Vitality trying to control the exits from this middle space. And that's big information from Sayo.
Causey has just managed to slip the net here, though. Gets up onto a further line, a more advanced position, and with Yampi peeling away as well, he's going to be right in behind Sayonara. All those angles we were just talking about, another avenue has now opened up.
Yeah.
Right under the microscope. You're just waiting for Enterprise to execute, arriving at 30 seconds now.
All
30
those
seconds left.
investments the Enterprise made now start to develop into something a lot more, worrying. Causey up against Sayonara, and it's Causey who wins out as he starts to continue his entrance, but Yampi denied, and it's going to be The ultimate from Profek to try and make their way back in, deny the spike plant. Yampi now the one to do it. Still not being attempted. Look how low this one has gotten. Yampi could swing out, deny, but instead gets the information and waits for Kron to reprise his role. 2 versus 3.
Has the ult to come back in on here. I don't think he wants to invest it though.
No, definitely not. Not put Kron in a 1 versus 3. Well, it's going to be a 1 versus 2 he's in instead. Magnum low himself.
Moves up into heaven though.
Yeah, and now it should be a done deal. Unfortunately, Patitek not caught, so Kron tries to catch Magnum himself, can't quite snare him. So a tap of the spike, waiting for a peek and just burning through utility. Enterprise have so many aces up their sleeves that they don't even worry, don't even peek out early and get up to 4.
I think the key moment for me there is just the way that Enterprise set up through that mid control to take the A site. It felt like Vitality didn't have a clear reaction for that space being taken away from them. And it just puts too much pressure on Sayonara's shoulders. Great recon dart from Allurian to backside there as well, just to stop the onslaught as the defenders look to try and stabilize.
Nice!
Very well considered round and decisive in execution at the end.
Rounds few and far between for Vitality at this moment in time, and they're feeling that pain through the buy as Dirka just swings out. Feels almost a little desperate in that essence.
I think, again, when we look at Vitality and the calling structure here as well, to me, they're always perceived as such an attacking favored team on any map in terms of how they like to operate. So the start on Summit, a surprise for me, I think, as it would have been for a few. It's about giving yourself a respectable round count to take into this second half now, where you're expecting the hard graft to be done.
Yeah. And I think as well, Abyss historically, so difficult to defend that B site. Sure, the changes were made so that you could flood back out, but I mean, at the same time, those problems will still pop up here and there.
Changes, of course, made to mid as well as it comes back into the pool, exactly as it was when it left, and Profek has tried to take some of that room for himself. Something which we'll have to track into following rounds. As it stands, Vitality have done nothing to stave off the spike plant, and Enterprise move into post on A.
Yeah, I mean, a post which I think will come with little to no contest. As Magnum misses his shots against Profek. First time we've seen that all game.
Any more for us, Mr. Magnum?
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, Enterprise all tracked on towards heaven, and it's just spam through the smokes. Surprised that none of the players are jumping to the void, to the abyss. Profek gets 1 for his troubles, and won't get any more. Enterprise, consecutive rounds that Vitality are yet to break.
Patitek up on his feet as well, loving life. Again, it's in these latter stages where he really does thrive. As we discussed in this round, it's Enterprise countering Vitality's initial engagements.
When we are at peace.
Of course, Profek and Patitek being on a team before feels the most impossible part, right? And I mean, gonna draw a comparison here.
Okay.
First game they played against Fnatic, right? Enterprise lost the first map 13-3 and bounced straight back into it.
I mean, it's been a consistent touchstone for the narrative so far in this one. It's what you do with those following maps, though, that makes most difference, and they are certainly showing their best face so far. Yampi down with 1 kill, Lime trading for it, and the run it back with Spike in hand. Looking to carve out a little more room on A. It's the op spotted instead, and well, where is that one on Magnum? Bottom mid, where he falls.
Yeah, I mean, Dirka tries to get out onto a line as well. I mean, Enterprise's hands have been completely forced onto A.
Patitek still with his ultimate here to try and stall out any potential retake attempt. As you can see, Enterprise aren't willing to make the next move, just anticipating some additional presence from Vitality.
And the utility coming back in is rough, so Sayonara waits for that info dart. Should be coming up in the next 5 to 10 seconds.
All the bodies on site right now for Enterprise, and Kozzy is the first to show face. Lime can't connect onto that second fight as Sayonara snatches 2 in quick succession. So it's Patitek, the player we were just talking about, tasked with a clutch. Fortunately for him, the plant, less than favorable right now, has to expose himself to multiple angles, and so he decides to play a disciplined game instead. It cost him previously. It might not this time. Patatek's found the first. He's spotted Kron as well! And just snatches it away from Vitality. A Red Bull clutch from a face which keeps coming back to haunt them.
From that first match, that first map, where Vitality could not lose a clutch, to now where, I'm going to be honest, they do not look like they did. This Abyss that they've picked, expected to be a lot more convincing.
One enemy remaining.
It's in moments like this, though, you get frustrated from a Vitality fan. I mean,
On the other hand, so intelligently played there. And from that same player who, for qualifying many times with Liquid, was always at the cost of BBL on the other side. Same opponents as it is Lime spammed out this time. And
yeah.
well, Vitality opening proceedings, this is a real change of pace.
Yeah, I mean, quick ultimate in the start. Derka now looks to investigate mid, finds the jet and now forced away. Patatek trying to step in forward, and Vitality now starting to show exactly what we expect of them. That spike will go down. Enterprise in another clutch scenario.
And Magnum already interrupting with this one through Link. The B plant coming through.
Concealment.
And a smoke to buy some time. Vitality almost completely flanking in this retake.
Kron, the only one to backfill any space, make sure that CT not taken, and now Magnum going to use the Cosmic Divide, try and make it work in his favour, and does! Lovely stuff! 2-on-2 now, and Yampi tries to connect up with Kron. Magnum can't quite find the latter, and now it's up to Alluri, the captain. Gone away, and has to be up to a classic, which is a difficult task, and gets Vitality the third.
By no means an easy round for Vitality there, but showing promising signs. The mid-re-clear, the reaction off of that initial A kill. And as it stands, just lowering that deficit a little bit. This was it, instigated by the drone. Great play from Magnum, either side of his wall. Some big ultimates invested on both sides here.
That's my redemption. That's my redemption. Okay, guys. Comeback starts now, boys. Comeback starts now.
How many more rounds do you need to be convinced by this comeback?
I don't think it's necessarily a comeback just yet, in the sense of they're still well in this game. As Ultimates and Derka just leaving this one. Kron left towards back sight. And Sayonara's Hunter's Fury as Kron is completely isolated here. Magnum's luck once again, finding value and Vitality. Now, have to put all their hopes on Derka to get something back, but 2 versus 4 is difficult now.
Enterprise doing really well in the push and pull there to then keep pressing their advantage into B-Link. Kozi picks off another. It's Prophet gone and Sayonara now buried to wrap up what is an advantage they can take into the second half.
It's another round that Enterprise put themselves into a very quick exec. And I mean, we've said it before, this B site difficult to hold on to. And yeah, I mean, in the end, Enterprise do not blink when given the opportunity.
Nice! Oh my god, we did something
4v2,
together.
4v2!
We picked something together, bro.
Come
what?
on, bro. Nice, 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 nice.
Second layer of Magnum offering a reprieve there. As now, Vitality's full focus is on mid coming into the penultimate round of this first half.
Back in a flash.
Derka already dropped down to 45 with the Guardian. 3 players on the other side of the bookcase.
I mean, it's all about the flick instead. He's going to get nothing. So we can start to walk this mid space, and that's going to give Vitality key information.
I mean, sure, you say nothing, but it's just the absence of player presence right now, which is giving Vitality a heads up on this. B play heading in, but Yumpy has the TP to get out of trouble.
Yeah.
Prophet showing that they want to fight this though with the wall thrown in.
Yeah, and trying to flood back in. They don't. Yampi at least gets one, but it now starts to play in this flank, something that they've not done before and now get the value from. So the player's now stuck on site, and it's going to be the Harbour ultimate to really put them in a difficult spot. As Sayonara's going to get one of his own. That's fallen apart from Enterprise. They've not considered that their own tricks will be used against them, and Amoda thrifty to answer straight back.
Great round from Vitality. Profek just caught between two minds there, I think, almost feigning that flood back through with the use of the high tide. Yampi sticks around for one. It's then this heavy flank curated off the back of the mid control with the use of the wall here as well. The Harbour ulti coming back in, which sets them up for success.
Nice boys! Nice boys!
Enterprise struggling with a bit of their own plan creation there at the end of the round.
It can happen.
My ultimate
Yampi, no support here, but has been left alone and can TP out.
Some huge ults for Enterprise to try and use on this B play.
Still here, still getting tagged up. Oh, I mean, BBL, the BBL double just not considering it. And now there's another freebie. Enterprise now are going to be an 8-4 half.
They don't even have to use the ultimates, and I think that's half the reason why Vitality get a little bit caught blindsided by it. Run it back now to press the advantage further as the Hunter's Fury waits in the wings.
revealing area.
Yeah, I mean, at this point in time, though, I don't think they're going to get a chance to even hit it. Ultimates in pocket, not even used. An in-zone flawless for Enterprise's attack finish. An unbelievable start.
Yeah, blistering pace brought to many a round here by Enterprise. Vitality giving themselves just enough rounds to stay in this one for now, but we asked for an answer back from the Tier 2 team. We get it. A chance to hear from Magnum from before the game and what he thought about Abyss.
Magnum, you've talked a lot about how the teams are going to be stronger in play.
With us, and you know, even just that comment about shouting across the stage as well, something which Yampi really brought out of him in Stage 2 last year, playing some of his best Valorant, and you're seeing it here as well.
Vitality 3 for 3 on pistols so far. That would be a good way to kickstart this second half as they rush towards middle and Enterprise. Gonna get the first blood and still continuing on. Not one to stop at all. Looking for the next thing. Yampi is the one to get that. Magnum here, he's gone. And it's his own captain that does it. Vitality, another great pistol round to start things off. Causey the last remaining and Chronicle will deal with him. 4 from 4.
Vitality absolutely cutthroat as they snake their way through the middle of the map. Right up the guts, that first duel goes Alluri's way, and you can see how Enterprise were trying to play off of one another. Abyss, so often, these rounds built around that mid control, but nothing offered back in terms of main control, and Chronicle there to pick up the pieces in the end.
Nice boys!
We were wondering what Vitality had been working on in the break. I think you could probably get away with adding pistols to that list.
Yeah.
Fake teleport. Time to jump.
Yampi needs to be careful though, because this deposit of Causey on the line, especially the typical box that we see, it's a difficult one to clear, and well, unfortunately he's going to get that kill and walks straight in towards Magnum, who waits with open arms and unfortunately gets a jab to the face.
How many more is Yampi going to get from this though?
Surely not anymore, right? He's already starting to walk away.
As much noise as he can, and well, everyone else is off the map except for Patatek, and he will be very shortly.
Is he?
Well, he's not going for it, unless.
I don't think he's going to do anything. This is just most likely just orb farm.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of tracking those ultimates, of course, Yampi is one away, like you said, so that is a win condition that Vitality can look to play towards in following rounds.
I mean, the Harbour ultimate, not the worst to try and scale for either.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, right? With this Harbour in the comp, you don't want it to be half-baked.
Yeah.
This is a new one for both teams, bringing the Abyss back out. Vitality were one of those early adopters, I think, of their Clash composition, being the debut that we got from this agent. So that's the question in my mind. What is the game plan for this Defenders side?
Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing, and that's something that Enterprise should be almost better at consistently through their other maps. They tend to find the defense side much more favorable just because of how the calling style is.
Yeah, and as Vitality do their attack, so many conversations in the last stage about their calling structure, with Yampi now leading as the captain, the main voice that we get to hear with the listening.
They're fighting for aiming.
Guys, can we do a B split? Can we just come in? Look at me, look at me.
I will run B main, so take bomb, David. I will run B main.
One hold B-link in a second if we EMP.
Yeah. I can hold me, I'm holding them.
I'm holding this.
Stay fast, pick mid.
I don't see. Wait, I do see. I'm crossing and we speed up.
Let me dash.
Yeah. Putting wall.
Water rising.
I'm coming, Dark.
Don't sit upside.
I'm coming CT.
I'm going heaven
Yeah,
with
good
Derka.
PP, man.
Careful
Yeah.
Abyss.
In the heaven smoke.
I tagged him, you can spam him.
Don't worry about me.
That side. Push him, I'm coming from
I will
Abyss.
slow him. I slowed him. Wait.
He's full slow.
Other.
Bad.
Nice.
I have CT, Jaka.
Planting, boys.
I'm 1 HP.
Not rotating
heaven.
from me.
David,
Yes, I need somebody to smoke heaven or
Can he lurk from me?
Yeah.
One close CT.
Will you want to...
Can you flash this?
Oh,
Yes, flashing.
Nice, stop mid.
Or in backside. Should just save, I think.
Side is safe. Nice was mid, he might be close.
Yeah. Peek it.
Might have saw us.
Yes.
Vitality trying to cut off the supply here as they look for the last two rifles. It's important for Enterprise to hold on to these, and unfortunately not going to be allowed. An end zone flawless on the bonus round, and Vitality looking good as ever.
Yeah, Vitality, much like Enterprise, are getting a lot of life out of this mid control. Able to de-rig that B site hold quite handily. Look at the control it's providing them. And this is again where I want to see the defense force some kind of a reaction. Are we fighting heavy for Link, or do they maybe want to try and go against the grain? Head a little further in towards main.
Boys!
And I think often seeing that lurker a little more detached, the weaker end of the split. Decisions to be made. It's a one-round gap right now, and if you didn't believe in the comeback, well, it's on.
Yeah, but I mean, not too many to come back from. Momentum probably going to do half the work for Vitality. Derka caught by Patitek's Sheriff, and Sayonara now in a little bit of anxiety as he tries to get himself away from this spot, and well, Yampi tries to help out, and that's not going to work out.
Kyra, I mean, it's rounds like these that you've got to be putting together, and look at Enterprise with the mid-control overloaded.
So confident, and well, unfortunately, they will head into Chronicle, who has not missed a beat on this second half. Lime and Magnum now, the only two remaining.
I did like the call. It looked as if they were going to fully gamble on A. It's only Lime here, but I mean, he gets up close. It's a difficult clear.
Sayonara does have info.
Walking up. He's running up, in fact. He gives away the steps.
Yeah, easy days. Now, Vitality can relax. They know what they're up against. They're up against Magnum. And, well, maybe it's not as relaxing a prospect as one thought, considering the shots he's hit. But he is with no shields and now known about. So, in the end, it's Spam that wins out, and it's all even.
That 4-round lead for Enterprise corroded, and we find ourselves
Corroded?
On equal terms.
Find ourselves on Haven.
Not going to be seeing that one for a while, that's for sure.
I guess you could say Vitality are on the ascent.
Stop. Please. I'm doing you a favor.
Thanks.
We already did this bit earlier in the stage.
What, are you going to split?
We're recycling so far in the stage. As a natural flex player, of course, he often finds himself between roles, but I want to see a bit more from that 1-2 punch.
Yeah. Variable that's new to Causey is the fans. Magnum, Illuri, Patitek and Causey have played in front of them.
Dak and beyond.
Yeah, exactly. Yampi has got so much space off the back of this ultimate, and no contest really, and Enterprise now 5 alive.
Again, the Thorn's doing the heavy lifting here, and actually the fake out buys Yampi a little bit more breathing room. All committed. It is the Steel Garden to push back this defensive line, who are trying to set themselves for a retake.
Yeah, it's 4 caught at the same time as they try to reprise their roles into this retake.
Profek also has the Harbor ulti as well, but I mean, it'd be such a costly investment. Is a chance to put a real dent in Enterprise's finances. Can they stop the rot? Here we go. Chronicle, first point of contact in the site, traded out. Kozzy up close with the op. He's the one you expect to get on the spike. No. Rifle changes hands. He's now leading the line. The point man of the resistance. The push back into main. A 2-on-2 with the spike half. The shots, they're far from clean. But Sayonara is there to put a ribbon on it in the end. And Vitality take the lead back for themselves.
Not only that, they do the dent into the buy of Enterprise. Operators bought up, ultimates committed, and now this is where you start to kick on if you're Vitality.
I mean, even Profek almost panic ulting in the late stages there as well. But as you say, it's worth investing 2-3 ults into this round just to convert it, because it's an opportunity to put some daylight.
So this Patitech doesn't stand up ever again.
Patitech, you need to strap him to the chair to stop him from standing up.
I don't think he's going to get many opportunities from here, unless something miraculous should happen for Enterprise's fate.
I'm seeing a Blade Storm, I'm seeing Patty with his ult.
Yeah, but
the longer this round goes on, the more scary it is for Vitality. And I think that's got to be the big talking point here. How patient do they want to be?
Yeah.
And where is the incision?
I mean, Derka's your hitman, right? He's got the Outlaw. He's starting to find himself into a position where he can get eyes on.
It's also a bit of a change-up in terms of his Waylay playstyle too. I think he really struggled before with being the guy that just dives straight in and then gets taken out. But here, just toeing the line with that Outlaw, like you said, he's pushing into the slightly heavier site, the one with those blades.
Well, he's seen players towards backside, and it's Kozzy who's the one who finds himself in a good spot.
It's a half commitment.
Enterprise have got themselves into a great position. Sterka and Kron now to try and combine. The Outlaw not finding what it should, and Enterprise, well, they've found the miraculous, unless Sterka gives us something even better. The unthinkable.
Kozzy 10 HP here, has the ult, but no time.
No, time against Derka. And it is going to be the miraculous and a mode of Thrifty to answer straight back.
I mean, the threat was always there. I talked about it, the looming possibility that if Vitality weren't decisive in their execution, that they may struggle. And I think the case in point there is it was a half commitment. You see a player here committed to the site, Yampi. That second layer a little slow to follow up, and 2 players, the residual left in main. Real disconnect for them. And what a back-breaking round that could prove to be.
Can very easily turn things back in Enterprise's favour, but Operator now on the attack side, and it's Chronicle of all people that's got that one.
I mean, he has been.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, on the chamber, but when you've got a Waylay and a Yoru, I thought it would have been the other way around.
Time to jump.
Comfortability, obviously, key. And Vitality look to try and get comfortable towards the B side.
Oh, mid reclear, no. It's actually just to try and stall this one out a little bit. Illuri trying to funnel damage into top mid, but
yeah,
I mean, these are 2 big pieces with no return value.
That's going to be issues now for Enterprise. I mean, even bleeding more utility as Vitality start the process in towards Link. It's a little bit messy, but one that Vitality come out at an advantage as they go towards post.
It's that Link weakness again, but Enterprise have a member on the flank. It's Lime in behind, big 1v1. And Chronicles missed the shot.
But he's identified it, and that's the key point. Kozzy now out of CT.
Wow.
Great couple kills. 2-on-2, but one that Vitality now know they have to put all attention towards the flank. Lime with nearly a full belt. Time again working against him.
It's the wall that he wants to cut this off.
Yeah, but now with a player in towards heaven, it should be impossible. Sayonara now knows where the approach comes from, and Lame not allowed his chance. Double digits for Vitality, and that is now what is 6 rounds out of 7.
Yeah,
a lot.
It is. It is. And it's Vitality exploiting another weakness of Enterprise. They identified this B-Link space in previous rounds. I mean, a little bit suspect there. The ult, I think, caught Yumpy.
You can't see my face.
I hate Vader. I just have to say.
I think Durka's got like only a couple of duelists in the game, which he doesn't have any grievances towards Jet and Raze. Suppose Yora as well, but Yumpy's on that one for now. And a big round opening up here.
It will mean a lot in terms of the economy, in terms of ultis. Vitality now posturing that B side, and it's only Magnum here. So he starts to beginning to step back. Patitek trying to help out. As Vitality goes straight in. Oh, Durka caught it. So is Yumpy. That was Spike. Issues for this attack. As Magnum goes walks. Spike recollected and chance to go elsewhere.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real extra ground here for Vitality, unfortunately. Again, this double dive comes up short-handed. Patitek actually just pre-firing top site there to get the kill on Durka.
One orb for Prophet to get his ultimate as Vitality start their scale at mid.
And just because of this B split that's been conditioned so heavily, Enterprise have almost over-rotated towards this side of the map. Chronicle is going to telegraph the push a bit. Alluri drops as he fights back through middle, but Sayonara gets the next, and from back to the wall, it's a 3-on-3.
Yeah, Causey just so uncharacteristic to miss shots like that as this scale begins.
Time.
Yeah, that's going to be the key component, the key enemy to Vitality as they manage to dissect, put themselves in such a great position.
Absolutely audacious round from Vitality. No right to win that. A 3v5 at the height of it, I believe. And the fact that they commit to the B play, when Enterprise have the most bodies there on this left-hand side, you can see, as I was saying, the gap close shut down initially. Chronicle on the back burner with the op. And Prophet playing spoiler late from main.
Patty, 5 V3.
That certainly feels like the round which might have just done it for them.
Are we for real?
Sorry, Ito, you're not being punked. This is playoffs.
This is Vitality. And that was such calm.
That have only just become new to Tier 1 in the last year or so, still having their part to play in these rounds. And that was always going to be the question for Enterprise. Can they hold their own against the bigger teams? Well, this is the chance to do it. Causey, again, starts proceedings by finding his man. That's Yumpy gone. But there are ults to fall back on here for the attack side.
Patitek spammed out. Causey now under fire, and well, of course he's going to match the test. Still looking for more and gets it. This Phenom continuing on, looking to steal the dreams of Vitality. But won't do now. It's up to Prophet to find his way onto the B site. Unfortunately, Magnum, knowing that this would be a possibility, a lurker himself denies it.
I mean, a 3v5 in the previous was impressive, but a 2v5 even more so. Magnum was aware of Prophet, but he has crossed to the pillar now. He wins that fight at range against the Spectre every day of the week.
It's just whether he gets it, because at this point in time, Enterprise in a good position to cycle smokes.
Causey also closing in from distance, so any time is precious time here for Enterprise.
Causey wants to make them pay, but he has been made to pay himself, and Vitality still trying to work this round, but very slowly, trying to frisk it in their favour. And well, it looks to be that case. Unfortunately, Lime, the one to deny. It's up to Kron. Can't quite get the pistol out in time. So Enterprise back within one.
And while that round, of course, picked up by Enterprise, you've immediately got to be thinking about the next and how many of these big ults are up on both sides. Kozzy, the human turret, showing why he was brought into the team, surrounded by veterans.
One enemy remaining.
Only played his first Challengers official at the start of the year, but just 2 wins away from Barcelona. The stakes rising in this second map.
Out of my way.
Because if this one goes the distance, it's anybody's best guess as to who comes out on top.
Yeah, I mean, Kozzy's dropped 25 so far.
And look, you can already see he's ready to fight this A main space. Info goes cold though. Still wants the play.
Yeah, not gonna get it.
Thought for a second we were going to get the VCT CN dash all the way into spawn updraft, see if you can find something with the blades. But
yeah, but that's an updraft and dash gone. So movement abilities offline for Kozzy.
Right here.
And this drone only sees the Vise, which is consistently played mid for Vitality, so it's known information in a way.
Ooh, stray bullet, scraping the dome of Chronicle there. Still with the Steel Garden, a big tool for this execution. And for Enterprise, a decision to make. Do they wish to play retake with Lime's Earth, with Lime's ult, or does he want to play Scorched Earth on site? Looks like they are going to give up the Ghost.
Ooh.
But he commits the ult and sort of gets caught in this position.
That's a big loss early doors. That's not what you want. Vitality's still aware that they could be flooding back in and still take their time getting that plant in.
Chronicle also banking his own ultimate for the late stages here, but Kozzy, Blade still active, is going to go all the way down. 100 floors if he can't find anything, and Prophet pulls him out of the sky. Hunter's Fury back in to challenge the backside space, and Sayonara finally catches onto it. Everything put on the table here. The chips are down, and Vitality look to be winning. Holding the edge of the ult here. Enterprise looking for a way back in. Defender-sided ult to try and get this one going. Shocks to the other side of the screen. Gonna need to land both to find the kill. As the diffuser's taken off it, there's plenty of time. And Enterprise bring us back to level terms.
11-11, back on side. Ultimate's expended and Vitality cannot convert. I don't know what we said in that timeout, but Enterprise are back on side. Back in the game. It's an important one to win because, again, the economy for both sides not entirely in the best position.
It genuinely feels like Kozzy, a few of these rounds, 3K with the blades, 3K with a rifle, 3K with the blades. Round on round, having influence. And as you say, with so many ults invested, the chance for Vitality to snowball has players like Brave, Kushner, old guard names,
quality,
that have played in Tier 1. Now it's the chance for them to actually show it here against the Vitality team who already have.
Yeah. So is it a third map or Kozzy going for the silent jump? That drone now being heard and he knows that there's a player in towards heaven. Durka doesn't consider this position. And Kozzy looking for more. Has the dash away.
Again, Durka really struggling to find impact on these entries with the Waylay when he's dashing into the site. Felt almost empty-handed in that situation. Vitality are without their duelist now. They've got Yampi still, of course, one away from the dimensional drift.
Kozzy just waiting for the next peak. It can't be dry. As Patatech now starts to take mid away from Vitality, things starting to go Enterprise's way at this moment. And while Sayonara completely caught.
How long do we want to play for that one?
Yeah, not long, because Kron's there as well, but Alluri's protected his controller. Vitality have missed the mark post-timeout, and now it's up to Yampi and Prophet to try and get things back onto their terms. It's not going to be the case. It's going to be up to Yampi now. And there's bodies closing in on his position.
I mean, this is a corner to try and clutch from. Enterprise need to play this one together.
And Yampi needs to keep this one clean, sees the head of the Sova. But now bodies in main, he knows about that. Has to play from a close corner, manages to escape and gives himself an angle in which to work. As they try and spam out his same position, gets onto the first, but doesn't win out cleanly. Enterprise all the way up to 12. And Vitality post timeout don't get value.
Not initially, and they've only got one more opportunity to do so now. As 24 rounds tolls the bell. No solution for this operator, really. I mean, Sayonara used the drone very early in the round, or might not have purchased it. It was grayed out on the toolbar. And with Yumpy not getting the ult online, it was that dry commitment you're talking about. Patatek obliging, staying seated. As the only breaks that we're getting now come in the form of a Kit Kat.
Yeah. It's either map 3 or overtime for Vitality. They'll be hoping for the former. As Causey's operator once again denied. Yumpy just so eager and caught out for it.
That's with the Yoru ult as well, so I mean, he could have committed in the ult if he wanted to. Anything better than going down in that situation. Vitality blindly committing into the B site. Durka drifts back with the refract to the rest of his team and leaving Enterprise a position to hold the site.
As they've done so well.
Does bait out the Harbor ulti from Patatek at the very least, and knowing that that won't be there to offer some relief later on, they are going to take this towards the A site.
That is where Lima waits. So, well, he had a great map 1. Map 2 hasn't been at the same standard. Durka 1 away from his ultimate. This would be a big kill to open proceedings, but Enterprise are not too far on the chase here. They have the read, and Vitality are slow here, trying to get out. Issues now as Causey gets into position, caught in the wheelie, but at the same time, they're so far up, so on towards site. Lame the one to defend, and puts Enterprise in a brilliant position. He could be the one to win it. His time getting low. Prophet having to clutch, and I don't think he's got the goods. We'll be going to map 3.
Enterprise put under the microscope after a poor map 1, but it's by the finest of margins that they get through Vitality. Similarly to Abyss, I would say once again both of these teams find themselves on the side which doesn't necessarily lean into their stylistic approach. Of course, Enterprise on the attack though with double duelist is a nice place to kick things off. The onus on them to rack up the early rounds this time. As they're moving bodies behind this A smoke initially, opening up some extra lanes on the map. You can see Magnum detached and playing with caution as he must. Vitality very ready to crunch through the mid door if they need to.
Oh, Causey already starting things off well. A clean headshot towards Prophet, and it's looking like an easy post plan. Vitality at the same time filling the space that Enterprise just left. It's up to Magnum to try and get that space back. Sayonara being the one to deny the spike, and Magnum now thought of, seen. Causey once again filling that kill feed with blood, but he's caught out in Vitality once again, looking to win another pistol round. It's been 4 from 4 so far, and a 5th would certainly put them on their way on map 3. It's up to Lame.
I mean, damage on Yumpy and Sayonara. One body shot's enough with the Sheriff.
Could be, but that's whether he's given the opportunity to. Well, gets the first pretty cleanly, and Durka finishes it off with a flourish. Vitality win their 5th pistol round in a row.
And as the desk was saying, I mean, there are so many layers to this defender's side for Vitality. For Enterprise to break things down, they will find some difficulty coming out of the pistol, of course. Limited utility here to start, but Vitality already showing how efficient they have been in these. Not a single one missed along the way so far. And I think from the duelist conversation too, which we've had around Durka, Ray's the most comfortable for him.
Yeah.
Out of all of the options, I think it was 25 or so kills against Foot the last time we saw this from them. In fact, the only time Vitality have played Lotus this stage.
Yeah, I mean, people talking about the impact of showing that Lotus, right? Something that Vitality haven't shown too often. Chronicle looking to delay any entries in. So things pretty decent so far as that scale is well and truly stopped and showing how good this C site can truly be.
On lockdown, absolutely nothing for Enterprise here as it's an in-zone flawless for Vitality. Bonus certainly going to be strengthened. And yeah, when it comes to familiarity in terms of comp for them as well, I mean, this is just one agent's difference from the old Fnatic comp that we used to have, Chronicle on the Vice instead of the Killjoy though. Different role for him than what he would have been playing then.
I guess so.
I think Enterprise need to find a way to bait out this util, otherwise they're going to have a very tough time.
Yeah, I think overall when we see the Vitality composition, it's
classical.
Yeah, pretty bread and butter, to be honest. Not going to see anything crazy, but Vi's obviously that change a lot more typical in the meta. It's damage onto Causey, but one that he gets the kill from. And Vitality had put 4 bodies so deep on A that this is going to be a long rotate.
I mean, it's a massive kill from Causey. The C site completely collapses, and any window to play into these layers we were talking about, completely null and void. Enterprise have loved to take the extra CT space, both duelists working it.
Yeah, trying to bleed out Vitality, but the response is emphatic. One which, now Enterprise, the players remaining, are going to be worried about. I mean, you've got the C's coming out, Molly as well, trying to combine, and it looks like it's got a couple. It's isolated Patitek, cut out the support. He has to work within the vines, able to get his opposite number, and well, this round might just be one. Jampi really finding it difficult to get at least onto Patitek, but she will not win. Enterprise straight back in this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about Causey in this round, though. He's the main conduit for Enterprise success. Cleanest kill possible onto Chronicle's setup. He comes flying in before the flash, which interrupts the timing a little bit, tanks the shot. While you felt like it was an overextension in CT, perhaps, from the attack side, it's the extra util that they have here in post, which is so important. Great smoke from Patitek to just block off that next line.
Yeah.
And now a huge round to follow it up immediately.
You'll see this a lot from teams trying to take that CT space, bleed out utility, and then dropping back. And that's obviously what put Enterprise in such a good spot, is once again, they're very quick on taking this C site. Sayonara, though, is able to find out Causey.
Big find there through the gap in the wall, but he's hung out to dry in the end. Sold down the river by his teammate. Chronicle still waiting for his cue to retake.
It's going to be a difficult one to re-clear with Lame towards that back site, and even Alluri trying to set him up for more. Lame now looking to accelerate in, gets one for his troubles, but Kron the one to cost him. So 3-on-3 and still a deathmatch within the server. Spike not committed, finally it is.
Spike planted.
Almost every tool off the board in the process. Vitality disconnected, but Enterprise can isolate a duelist too.
Tiaka starting to walk, the flash used, and that might be a massive loss in the meantime as Enterprise forced into the corner. A position which we've seen many clutches, but a position where we've seen many rounds fall apart. Magnum against Chronicle, and it's Magnum to win! A Red Bull clutch for Enterprise to even the score!
Oh, and Magnum really trying to get in the heads of Vitality there as well. The false promises from that BBL roster to go to champs, and he wants it all back for himself now. Again, you're seeing Enterprise towing the line here, trying to take the CT space. Felt like Alluri had gone for the solo play there.
What? I don't speak English. I don't hear him, bro.
I don't think Magnum has any idea what he wants to convey. But it's an equalizer all the same.
That it is. Chronicle, though, will be the first one to strike blood. Big kill, Causey, not longer for this world.
And that's something we're yet to see Chronicle do. Make a play off the back of his own flash, instigate a duel.
Yeah.
Of course, back when you used to have the audio from Vice, that was the first port of call. Now you've really got a face check with it.
Yeah, an important piece of mid-rounding utilities. Chronicle will be calming the Sky util.
I mean, they've kind of just left him here by himself, expecting Enterprise to make their commitment towards A instead. But it looks like the call is now filtering through that with Sand under their banner, it's a chance to just explode. And well, actually, Magnum merging into B main, chance to take this elsewhere if push comes to shove.
Not ready yet.
Opening of the door would certainly help, but at the same time, they've found that C anchor. And this should now be the doors open for Spike to go down. But at the same time, as they've taken so long to get into the site, Enterprise are now going to have bodies to try and contend with. Vitality are here.
It's Magnum's late lurk, though, which could make the biggest difference. He's making his way in through Waterfall. Phantom in hand, ready to strike. Discipline on a couple of targets and produces a double from it. Gives that extra bit of breathing room for this spike plant to come through. Alluri finally getting that one on the deck. And Magnum making it 3 before the round is done. Enterprise taking the lead now.
Starting to look great on this attack. We said what we expect from this is Vitality to create problems that should feel impossible for Enterprise to really sort out. Mike said it on the desk. This is essentially Enterprise having to run it down, get to post and stop. Vitality being able to stall out the push.
I think we're certainly going to see a lot more of that on the defender's side in terms of the A control, and that is what Enterprise are looking to view now. Early Prowler does get shot out, so Yampi will have some information here, but it's the fast B pop through Lime into this rifle.
Yeah, but it's only him here. He's just here to clear out space, and well, there's nothing for Vitality to contest, and eventually he just becomes a joker.
Really like some of the calls from Alluri when they had blue room control on this map. On attack side, it's Vitality trying to clear back through, though. Ults popped on the Enterprise side. A full house for them in this round, of course.
Yeah, I mean, they have used so much, but the site free. So now they are in the perfect post plan that they could want, but Vitality approaching from every avenue.
Durka on the back lines with Profek. Wall triggered and just sat outside of the steel garden. So those rifles ready to use, and Kozzy and Lime towing the opposite end right now. Their own prerogative to find this space. The post plant now adjusted in formation to try and create a perimeter towards Courtyard, cut off the supply line from Vitality, but they've made the cross through tree instead. Plant a little awkward here to try and defend. As long as that backside space can get back under their control, Yampi still looking to force the issue and see if he can push the envelope out here. Chronicle has him covered. It's down to Yampi, couple of bullets, but the captain on the other side will claim, and Alluri extends Enterprise's advantage.
It's coming down to the individuals, it's coming down to the clutch. How many 1v1s are we going to see? I think really the important kill is Sayonara being found here, because it's like a pressure release valve. Enterprise now have space in which to work where they don't have to worry and can focus from onto the site. Vitality do well.
Sit down! Nice!
Enterprise still forced to pay the toll, though. It was 4 ultimates in that round to get them here. Vitality, 4 of their own, dropped down to this eco.
Yeah, and that's the cost that they'll have to pay. This Enterprise continue that momentum in their favour.
Once again, early priority on taking some of the space just outside of blue room.
Chronicle now starting to impede.
Yeah, and there's no second layer to this either for Enterprise, so they have to be aware of the backline threat. And with Chronicle catching Magnum there, the wall goes down, there's no flank protection, and the map starts to shrink.
Yeah, Vitality have a lot of bodies towards A as well, and Enterprise look to accelerate into it.
This is where Kozzy, you're really anticipating him rerouting back through B main and just giving them a bit more of a split. Otherwise, as you say, it's a full blind commitment into a site which you expect to be stacked. This is Vitality's strong side.
If they go towards B, Durka is the one waiting, and he has his showstopper.
Playing off the shoulder here as well. Drops the nade in, here comes the ultimate. Is it gonna find anything? No, reposition, back towards Waterfall side. Sayonara here as well, trying to catch a player in transition, but the Bandit up empty-handed, upturned is the round. Patatek ulting his way through into C, and with the safety of a free site, Enterprise take an advantage into post.
Questions asked of Enterprise, and one which they have had the answer to every time. Chronicle, though, with a rifle in his hands, now starts to make things a little bit more worrying. Has to win out against Slime, though.
Spots Slime, though, and that's the biggest thing. Can't move without taking damage. Double up in sand. Profek playing late through Waterfall. But Alluri on the line, this outlaw should be dealing big damage, but he hasn't managed to thread it through the eye of the needle. Not until his second bite of the cherry. Chronicle's still the biggest threat in this round with the Phantom, but he needed to find more than just the one. Enterprise have this all wrapped up. And a 3-round cushion now for them to play from.
Yeah, Enterprise continuing to extend forward, but I think the biggest point of call is the fact that Enterprise keep finding the answers that they need.
30 seconds left.
Something that we were talking about a lot really is just the mid-rounding for both of these in-game leaders. Yampi's so prolific himself, really earning his keep on BBL last year. And Alluri,
already a timeout? What's happening? Yo!
he's had to earn the right himself to now play in the VCT. So many years, challengers, campaigns, always had the best start they could possibly have asked for, but after failing to convert on their own map pick in a narrow fashion, a 13-11, which we've seen many a time there. This is their next best opportunity.
Magnum once again left alone as we almost expect him to at times. Vitality really haven't managed to identify him on his lonesome, and Patitek has just managed to TP in towards the B site, up against Sayonara, who's well aware of the tricks.
Yumpy highlighting it, and now Vitality bringing bodies over to C. Enterprise cannot make a commitment this early. They are forced to respect the utility this time.
Yeah, Vitality so reactive to how Enterprise move around the map.
Very quickly, the defense finding itself in a 2-2-1 from left to right. It's Profek that could be put in a stressful situation soon as he's got to guard the A lobby space. Enterprise making moves though, and the TP back to safety.
Profek having to deal with Lame, and well, almost does. Low on HP, awaiting the next player, but Dirka's there to deal with it. As Lame continues to accelerate, but it's into a brick wall. The captain of Alluri.
My ult's ready.
Good shots, but he needs 5 more of those.
I mean, wants to get in a position maybe to even play from the Seekers here, but it's just too many targets. So Vitality back to winning ways. It's a first round for them in quite a while here. First rifle round in this game after the streak of 5 from Enterprise.
Yeah.
And it felt a lot looser from the attack in that round.
Yeah, it felt a lot looser from the defense as well in terms of how they were responding to how Enterprise were playing. I think for me, like, Sayonara is probably the big component of this round, and the fact that he's starting to show up is what's needed. Sure, he's 8-5 now, but he was finding key deaths that was allowing Enterprise into these rounds. But let's have a look into the Enterprise comms right now.
Spike down A.
Go tree, go fight. I'll cancel. Come on, cop it, boys. Okay. Yeah. Open.
Coming through.
Stairs, Viper. Wait, it's 3 on A. Go B. You want only one B right now.
One stairs.
He should be heaven already.
Yes. Walk here. I smoke heaven. Watch out, B main.
Buy some more.
I'm planting.
Yeah.
I'm only copy.
Big B main still.
No, B main should be.
Okay, just go contact heaven then. They could have ceiling, could have Hobbit. David, smoke Hobbit off.
Yeah, I smoke Hobbit now.
I have no util. I will white swing, okay?
Pushing full blind.
See you, lead one HP. Two. Nice, one more.
Nice.
Under you.
Last player standing.
And
Nice try.
You were talking about a Sayonara step up, but in the 1v1, it's Magnum to eclipse him. Not for the first time. He is able to have huge impact in this map. And this proactive maneuvering post from Enterprise is what put them in such a devastating position.
I mean, Magnum's so aware of the flank.
Yo, you're so lost. You're so lost in the stars.
nice. Let's fucking go, bro.
Well, up to 9 now. 9 rounds played. Lame looking to make this a 7 for Enterprise.
And Chronicles rolled over on this C-site a couple of times. Those jump peaks getting punished from him. Setup missing. Enterprise really should be looking to hit in towards this site, and they're going to make a quick move of it.
Yeah, with ultimates invested as well. Prophet running for the hills. Lame, I mean, he struggled last time against Prophet, but he has got the space. As Vitality start to fill in towards Sand, in towards Mound, chasing Magnum all the way down, and they'll get the kill for it. A double, Yampy looking for one more, no! Derkun instead will get it. Vitality in the best position, up to Alluri, captain, unbelievable double! 1 versus 1 against Prophet. This could put Enterprise in a brilliant position. As Prophet goes all the way around the world, doesn't know which way to look. Alluri depending on his Guardian, depending on his skill, and depending on his Red Bull clutch to give Enterprise 7.
A cool clutch from Enterprise's Commander-in-Chief. Their savior once again. It's these micro moments that are making all of the difference. 3 versus 1.
Yo! Look at this guy! Look at him! 3rd clutch in a row, by the way! 3rd clutch!
And there's no other way to put it. You have to be winning those situations.
These clutches keep going Enterprise's way. And it feels like this is the run. This is the team. They were built for this, Azza. That's what we expect of them in a way. But not against Vitality, the team that were built to even win champions. Lime, the one to enter it. Derka missing out. I mean, he gets the kill through the nade, but and still invest in ultimates.
Enterprise have to be careful the emotions don't override them here.
Oh, blue room.
Vitality thinking about fighting back through into this space behind the wall.
Derka steps forward and it's Lime to get that kill. Chronicle and Sayonara, the stingers to find value. And well, Enterprise start to head towards C.
Yeah, it's a 3 versus 2 situation. Timing on these vines, you can see Chronicle gets a little bit of extra damage out. And if you're Magnum, you're going to be searching for any extra space in this situation. He has the Steel Garden, of course, but first point of contact.
Players low on Vitality. Sayonara's got 5 HP, Chronicle 45. It's Prophet that's full health. There's Alluri once again with this Guardian. Steps forward, gets 2! That's unbelievable! What is happening right now? The unthinkable, doable for Enterprise. And it's Magnum in a clutch. So easy for him. Every single time. He's in the best position for it. Knows that no one's defusing. And just waits for Chronicle to commit. Waits for him to make a mistake. Finally commits and, well, Magnum will get the round. Enterprise once again with another clutch.
And able to stoke the embers of these consecutive rounds. Vitality have had numbers in almost every situation, even the ones that don't suit them best. This is Alluri by himself, charging head on into 3 players and still walking away with a couple.
Chronicle! You have 5 times bigger salary than me, bro. You check side 10 times.
Don't let Enterprise upper management hear about that one.
Yeah.
But as unstable as these win conditions feel for Enterprise late round, if they can get a 9-3 half, there's almost no looking back.
Don't know about that. As we said, Vitality are better on the attack.
And yeah, they've won every pistol, but the most important one is going to be the next.
Very true. Derka looking to be the one to identify the push and does, but still at the same time it's Lime who once again finds kills. Another deathmatch to ensue on this B site, but spike down. And that's an issue for Enterprise. They have to retrieve it. It's mission critical should they want 9. 3-on-3 and Yampy holds on with a shorty. Close quarters, not given. Sayonara approaches from spawn, caught out. Enterprise in a brilliant spot. Just needs to convert like they always do from clutch points. Every single player standing up and being counted against the super team. Against the team built for a position like this. And Enterprise take away the time in their favour. 3 players strong. And well, at this point in time, it feels like Vitality have no chance. Enterprise with a massive lead.
6 rounds to take into the second half, and now it's imperative that Vitality do not mentally boom. We saw similar signs from that top 4 we were talking about against Lev. but it's a big task at hand against the challengers side. An interview on the way for you all, though, an exciting one, as we've got Hero standing by in the audience.
A sixth name that could be added to the tally of Enterprise this year. This year has a...
I mean, it's just audacious. But Enterprise all about this, and Vitality, it's got to start with something small. We'll head into their comms and see what they're planning in this pistol.
Okay, guys, are you one way heaven?
They saw me, they know I was trying to
paranoia.
Go.
Paranoia.
Careful outstairs, wall down.
I don't see.
Close, Leo. I'm pushing him.
I'm with you, Elias.
Nice. As I'm planting shit, okay, take heaven, yeah. I see seven, just take it.
Flank. I mean, you can go up. I'm in heaven.
Hobbit and flank, boys. Hobbit and flank.
Two flank.
Two Hobbit and one flank.
I'm out of here.
Gonna push heaven, guys.
Yeah.
Listen, open the door and go back and we aim.
Yes. I'm holding left.
Holding right.
Come pick.
Not picking.
Nice. Guys.
Go. You're gonna be there alone. I'm coming with you on smoke.
Backside.
Go.
Backside.
Push. Just go. Push him.
Jumping.
Nice!
Nice, boys. First pistol, come on.
Yo, do you see this?
And what a way to win your first pistol round. It was 5 from 5 until this one, but Enterprise pushed themselves to double digits.
Almost fated that they find their first now. Just 1 from 6 in total, and this is the one which Vitality desperately needed. A decision to be made whether they want to force or not. And as I was saying, going into the halftime, shades of that Lev game, the top 4 finish, which makes them a proven quality in this region. From Masters, of course, but Enterprise passing every test as it stands.
Vitality onto the eco round on the attack, and as usual, not expecting much from this one. Enterprise, I mean, we've got to talk about them, Hazza. They have continuously found positions in which to show up. Experience against tier 1 opponents, and Causey gets caught as well. This is not quite as winnable as I thought it would be until the rest of the reinforcements come in.
Now that's the thing, right? You're looking at Enterprise overloading this A space on a lot of rounds. The safety net comes up. That's what the double duelist is built to do. You got the neon wall, the sky flashes through it. So many tools that you can create initial pressure with. Not to mention the nade.
One enemy remains.
Honest work from Vitality, but just lambs to the slaughter in face of those Spectres. So now, this is where every round has to count.
Need to make do. Need to show us what we expect of this Vitality roster. The expectations have always been to make champs, and I mean, they're in the best position for it after stage 1. There is a chance in which they do miss out, a slim one,
but it relies on teams like Enterprise performing, so most important test is the initial one, of course.
And how do you feel for Enterprise should they beat Vitality for the rest of these playoff games?
Just have to see how this bonus goes, but as it stands, they've got to be, you know, competing right at the top end. They said they wanted Shanghai. What a statement this would be. Another slab in the road, of course, and already as the round drags on and on, with no damage inflicted, Enterprise have got the gamble absolutely on the money.
Causey. Oh, he's went so wide. Magnum now, the next one, doesn't bite first, but Lime here to try and support him. The utility good and Vitality's execute looking pretty decent overall. Spike to go down. Enterprise should have next to no challenge here.
It's an uphill struggle for Vitality, but the hard graft is done on this attack side. And setting it up as so all day long. Luri's still alive here, though, with the Spectre. He's found the first.
Yeah, but, I mean, surely...
Attack's just so far away.
Yeah, I was going to say, just at close range, I'm not really expecting them to get more than one. Vitality should be playing together. It's a good flash, but as we said, playing together is key. That's what Hero said.
It here for Enterprise, it's all going to be about exits. Patatech needs one bullet to the head, and if he can deliver it, it's an extra rifle off the board and a dent in this follow-up buy. You're kidding. He's not just pinched that Phantom in the smoke. It's detected in the end by Vitality. And with the crowd rapturing behind them, they do have their first on this attack half.
EMEA fans trying to bring themselves back on side, and for Challengers fans, hoping it's the latter, hoping that it will be a win here. But it is just the first in many rounds that they need to win as Enterprise come back in with their buy, and they're set up for this A play.
When the barriers drop, it's an all-out brawl. Vitality committed to this one, no escape tools. TP across from Prophet to Rubble, Sayonara to open the scoring. Kozi deafened, but lets off the showstopper. And with no trouble, Enterprise start to just take over this round in its entirety. Vitality have got to cut their losses. No further fights to be taken here. Not until the group back up, at least. Chronicle still trying to entertain this one, and that's where the follow-up comes.
Oh, Patatech trying to escape. Magnum's still here to support him as well, and gets the next kill! Enterprise has not just here to take over this round, they're here to take over VCT! This is map point, series point against Vitality!
A regional leader on the ropes as Enterprise are just hammering home. We were talking about this A play being the bread and butter of how the defense will operate, but it doesn't feel like Vitality have the set util, the set execution to get out, and it means absolutely everything on the other side for this team who have been through the ringer just to taste the blood of a god.
I mean, that's it, right? As we Barcelona on the horizon. Vitality with 2 weeks off to prepare for this game, to get themselves into position. And Enterprise just showing that it's just the quality, the form that matters, not what you've done in the past. It's about the here and now.
The veto would have blindsided many, but it's in the back end with these proven maps like Lotus where it's made the difference so far. Vitality down to a broken buy. San control the first port of call. But no commitment as of just yet.
Enterprise moving into position. 3 bodies strong towards this C site. It's going to prove a difficult task for Vitality as they try and bleed this utility dry, not fully committing just yet. Kozi wants this next fight. You can see it eager as ever. Lime close by. He's that second port of call, should have been needed. Kozi takes the face and takes the kills. A scalp ready to be taken. Vitality look to fall. Enterprise have shown time and time again that they can do this. Time and time again. It doesn't matter what the name is at the top of the scoreboard. Doesn't matter what team you are, where you come from. It's about what you do in the server.
No better kind of result to usher in that next era of VCT. Time running out here for Yumpy. He'll get into the B site and make it an after plant, but he's versus 4.
He gets the fast, but it won't be anymore. Enterprise, 1 game away from Barcelona. It doesn't matter who you are.